I was 3 seconds away from crashing my drone into a helicopter. 3 seconds. And the scariest part? I didn't even see it coming. That's when I realized I was missing the most critical skill in drone flying. And 90% of pilots don't even know it exists. What I'm about to show you could literally save your drone, keep you out of legal trouble, and maybe even save someone's life. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We talk all things drones, flying tips, gear reviews, and today, something different, something crucial. We're diving into situational awareness. And I know that sounds like some boring pilot term, but trust me, this is the difference between being an amateur drone operator and a true professional. Here's what we're covering. First, what situational awareness actually is and why it matters for drone pilots. Then real examples of losing it, including my own close call. After that, the exact framework I use to maintain awareness on every single flight. And finally, the training exercises you can start doing today to master this skill. And if you want to level up your drone game, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We drop videos like this every week that'll make you a better, safer pilot. So what exactly is situational awareness? The military has a simple formula. What happened, what's happening, and what might happen. For us drone pilots, it means understanding everything in your environment at any given moment. Where is your drone right now? Its position, altitude, and orientation. What's happening around it? Other aircraft, people, obstacles, and weather. What could go wrong? Battery levels, wind changes, approaching threats. And what you'll do next, your flight plan and your escape routes. Think of it this way. When you're flying your drone, are you just staring at that beautiful screen, watching your footage? Or are you constantly scanning the sky, checking your telemetry, listening for aircraft, watching for people, monitoring wind conditions, and planning 3 steps ahead? The difference between those two approaches is situational awareness, and it's the difference between smooth, professional flight and chaotic near misses. Why does this matter more than you think? I'm not trying to be dramatic here, but poor situational awareness is responsible for the majority of drone accidents, near misses, and violations. According to FAA incident reports, over 65% of drone-related close calls involve pilots who simply weren't aware of their surroundings. They didn't see the helicopter. They didn't notice people walking underneath. They didn't realize how close they were to controlled airspace. But here's what really got my attention. Last year, a drone pilot in California was flying at a local park. Beautiful day, getting great footage. He was so focused on his screen, nailing that perfect shot, that he didn't notice a medical helicopter approaching to land at a nearby hospital. The helicopter had to abort its landing. There was a critical patient on board. Those extra minutes could have been life or death. The drone pilot was fined $20,000 by the FAA. But more than that, he had to live with the knowledge that his lack of awareness could have cost someone their life. This isn't about being paranoid. It's about being aware. It's about being a professional. Real talk. Have you ever had a close call while flying? A moment where you realized you weren't paying attention? Drop it in the comments. No judgment. We've all been there, and sharing these stories helps everyone learn. Now let me tell you about my wake-up call. I was flying at a coastal location in Southern California, getting some epic sunset footage. Golden hour, waves crashing, absolute perfection. I was about 300 feet up, totally locked into my screen because the footage was incredible. Portfolio level stuff. I was adjusting gimbal angles, trying different movements, completely in the zone. Then I heard it, that distinct whop, whop, whop sound. I looked up from my controller and there was a Coast Guard helicopter, massive, coming straight toward my location. They were flying low and fast, probably responding to something down the coast. I immediately descended and moved away. But here's the thing. They were close, really close. If I'd been 200 feet higher or in a slightly different position, we would have had a serious incident. And the worst part, I had a spotter. Someone was standing right next to me. But both of us were so focused on the screen that neither of us noticed until it was almost too late. That moment changed how I fly. I realized I had tunnel vision. All my focus had narrowed down to that tiny screen, and I'd lost awareness of the bigger picture. My mental bucket, my ability to process information, was completely full with just composing the shot. And that's exactly when accidents happen. So how do we actually maintain situational awareness? I use a framework on every single flight. I call it the S.C.A.N. method. Survey before you start. Before you even power up your drone, survey your environment. Where are the roads? Where are people gathering? What's the tree line? Where's the sun going to be? Are there buildings or towers nearby? Check airspace apps like Aloft or AirMap. Are you near airports or heliports? Any temporary flight restrictions? This builds your baseline. You're creating a mental map before you ever take off. Next is continuous monitoring. Once you're in the air, you can't just stare at your screen. You need a scan pattern. I use the 5-2-5 rule. Every 5 seconds on my screen, I spend at least 2 seconds scanning the actual sky and surroundings. Look for aircraft, especially helicopters. They fly low and appear fast. Listen for engines. Watch for people entering your area. Monitor telemetry, battery, signal strength, wind. And here's a pro tip. Use your ears. Birds, cars, people talking. These are all situational cues. Next is anticipate changes. Don't just react, predict. Ask yourself constantly, what could change in the next 60 seconds? Is the wind picking up? Are clouds moving in? Are people walking toward your flight area? Is your battery about to drop below 30%? Always have a next move and a backup plan. And finally, never tunnel vision. This is the biggest killer. Tunnel vision happens when you get so focused on one thing, usually your screen, that you lose awareness of everything else. Fight this by forcing a reset. Every 60 seconds, ask yourself, what am I not seeing right now? If you're flying with a spotter, give them responsibility for calling out threats. But remember, you are the pilot in command. Survey, continuous monitoring, anticipate, never tunnel vision, the S.C.A.N. method. Now let's talk about training. Understanding situational awareness isn't enough. You have to train it. Exercise 1, the blind scan drill. Set a timer for every 30 seconds. When it beeps, look up from your controller and, without looking back down, describe everything you see out loud. Aircraft, people, vehicles, obstacles, weather, battery, altitude. This builds fast information processing and muscle memory. Exercise 2, pre-visualization. Before every flight, spend 5 minutes visualizing the entire flight. Not just the shots, the threats. What if a helicopter appears? What if people walk into the area? What if the wind doubles? What if you lose GPS? This programs your brain to recognize danger faster. Exercise 3, the distraction test. Have a friend or spotter randomly call out fake threats while you're flying. Aircraft at 2 o'clock. Person entering flight area. Battery warning. Practice assessing and reacting calmly. Do these regularly and your situational awareness will improve dramatically. Now here's something most pilots don't realize. You can't always tell when you've lost situational awareness. That's what makes it dangerous. But there are warning signs. Time distortion. 15 minutes passes, but it felt like 5. Surprise threats. Nothing appears out of nowhere. You just weren't paying attention. Your spotter has to yell to get your attention. You miss radio calls or people talking to you. You land and realize you skipped part of your checklist. If you notice any of these, it's time to land, reset, and start fresh. Situational awareness isn't about being scared to fly. It's about being confident because you're in control. When I fly now, I'm relaxed. I know what's around me. I have a plan. I'm scanning constantly. I'm anticipating problems before they happen. That confidence comes from awareness, and that's what separates hobbyists from professionals. So here's my challenge to you. On your very next flight, implement the S.C.A.N. method. Survey before you start. Maintain continuous monitoring. Anticipate changes. Never tunnel vision. Then come back and tell me how it went. If this video changed how you think about flying, share it with your drone pilot friends. This stuff saves drones and keeps people safe. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We've got more videos coming that'll level up every aspect of your drone game. Remember, the best pilots aren't the ones with the most expensive gear or the fanciest shots. They're the ones who maintain awareness, fly smart, and bring their drones home safe every single time. Now get out there and fly safe. I'll see you in the next one.